A very good day to all my listeners all across the world. Welcome back to my podcast, George Nathaniel, and this is George Nathaniel for each one of you. Well, listeners, today I have a very challenging topic because the topic has been given by a long dear friend of mine who has seen me grow and who has seen me evolve in life. The topic he wanted to learn or he wanted to listen about was how you want or how you need to involve to learn. Well, so I've decided to call this topic Involve to Learn, It Takes No Talent. Yes, if you involve, you evolve. And if you evolve, you learn. So let me start with a very interesting quote or interesting two-liner that will actually make you understand what I'm trying to say by involve to learn. It takes no talent. Learn with maturity. It's letting yourself understand how much more you can take on with your growth. That is involve to learn. It takes no talent. Because by then you would have learned what you want to take on, how much you want to take on, and furthermore, how much you need to learn and how much you need to grow. So, involve to involve, involve to evolve. Nothing stops you from that learning, and it doesn't need talent, just simple efforts. So, say it simultaneously involve to evolve. Involve to evolve with learning. It takes no talent. Imagine what a big changeover it will bring to your life. If you look at few things that you can do collectively. Let's get to the basics of things. Being on time to learn an action over challenges. When I say being on time to learn an action over challenges, it's not actually being on time by the clock's time. Being on time to understand what is the challenge of that moment, of that hour, and what is the need of action that you need to do. That is being on time, taking action over the challenge. Sincerity is very important. And sincerity out here does not mean being truly sincere. It means understanding your ethic and letting ethical things go places. That is sincerity. You need to understand that sincerity is not just a word, it's not just a moment. It's something that is inbuilt in your personality as long as you live forever. Being positive and progressive. So if you're able to combine your energy and passion together, nothing stops you from going forward. You need to have goals and need to understand milestones. So while focusing on your goals, you need to understand the milestones that you are covering, and those are results for you. You need to be humble and coachable. Remember, if you are humble and coachable, imagine the number of hands, or the number of people who will come forward to help you, or the number of help that will be extended. That will easily carry you over your goals, over your challenges, much more easily in life. So when I say involve to learn, it takes no effort. It means getting in the flow of things, doing things all by yourself. There's a very nice example in life. If you go through all the readings, if you go through all the examples, all the history or everything, it'll clearly show you or clearly tell you that there are equal number of successful individuals who have strived with dedication, with sincerity to succeed as much as one has done with talent and luck. So involve to learn guarantees that you will definitely go places. And when you involve, you evolve. Evolve is actually taking you over a new benchmark. And of course, learning over helps you perform even more better. Be it your work, your efforts, your thought process, be it your personal life, your professional life, or anything across life. Nothing comes across as a coincidence. So when you say involve to learn, you need to be on the top of things. Now, if I would to abbreviate the word top, I would say T is to take on the challenge, O is to optimize your creativity, and P is to prioritize things. As simple as that. If you know the challenge, if you can optimize your creativity, and if you can prioritize, you'll be on the top of things. That is to involve to learn, and it takes no talent. So, involve to learn has a simple learning that there's always an outcome. You can always explore new approaches, new alternatives, and you can always find a way to do better in life. Here, we are talking about learning that takes no talent, it just takes your involvement. So, when you involve, you're actually evolving. And if I was to say takeaways like I talk about it in all my podcasts, I would say we need to understand if things do not work, that should not stop you. Keep going. Keep going with a new approach. And the new approach is a better effort. And that is something that will actually yield results. Because you have already benchmarked and landmarked your previous effort and got over that boundary to a new effort. You have got better clarity in your action over a new effort. You have learned and you understood the actionable effort over a new effort. And you have built over your self belief to overcome your limitations. So, if I was to give you a few takeaways that you can emphasize, I would say the learning opportunity never stops. Keep building confidence with your self sufficiency. Celebrate your progress. And above all, schedule a lifestyle where you can live a life happily, enjoying and cherishing every moment. You don't need to always be a scheduled robot or a calendar or the tick of a clock. Remember, when you make everything a habit, eventually it comes on to your lifestyle. And when you live a happy lifestyle and when you live a cherished lifestyle, nothing helps better. So I would come back to the quote that I said in the beginning on involve to learn, it takes no action. Learning with maturity is letting yourself understand how much more you can take on with your growth. So understand how much and where you have evolved with your involvement. Keep learning, keep engaging, and keep growing over in life. Nothing gets better than a better you. So, listeners, as you know, I keep all my podcasts very simple, very precise, and as highlights for each one of you as you take on new challenges in life. So, I wish each one of you greater success, greater benchmarking, and of course, keep striving hard, keep sharing all the goodness, all the wellness, all the happiness all across life. As you know, my podcast is available across all platforms, and I also have my blog website which is called georgenathaniel.net. You can come and listen to my blogs which are audible, or you can read my blogs, or you tell me I want a case study. I'll be more than happy to prepare a case study and put it across in content. Or if you want me to talk about it in a podcast, tell me the subject and I'll do a research and speak about it. I hope you like listening to me, George Nathaniel. I wish you all happiness and wellness. Thank you very much, and keep succeeding, keep up the good work, and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.